But this is the issue here, right? The only reason, and this is my perspective on relationships and everything, right? I
Mm-hmm.
believe everything is the man's fault. Everything.
Okay.
Everything that goes on in this relationship is my fault because as a man, if women are saying, "Hey, they want men to lead," right? That means I'm not supposed to put up with certain shit that I deem isn't okay. As a
That's just
leader,
having respect about yourself. I think you
but
guys get the leader confused with being a parent and enforcing or trying to tell someone what to do. Because even a leader
no,
knows
no,
how
no,
to
no, no.
follow and listen.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
is, okay, I feel like in today's society, right, a lot of men will let women say stuff that they don't agree with, right? Just because they
Mm-hmm.
want to fuck, right? And that's why I say it's
Mm-hmm.
their fault. Because if all men was like, I don't care about that. Like what you actually said was outlandish, and I'm not putting up with that shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can take it or leave it. If you gonna leave, leave. But me
Mm-hmm.
as a man, I'm not putting up with that shit. Take it how you want to, but I'm not putting up with it. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like as a leader, if we going just like I feel like the reason why, and I spoke about this on the previous podcast, I feel like the reason why the black community isn't where we need it to be is because the men in the community aren't stepping up and being how we're supposed to be. How can we lead a community if we're not to say we're not dependable, but if we don't actually do leadership shit like right? Like I don't care. Like how people say, not my kid, not my problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit to me.
Yeah.
As a man, I would never say that about nobody's kid. Not my kid, not my problem. I'm a grown ass man.
Mm-hmm.
If I see a kid doing some fucked up shit, as a man, I I feel like I should say something about that because as a man, if I'm gonna lead a community, if I'm gonna lead a household, leadership just doesn't stop in the house. It goes outside of the house when you're driving. If you're gonna be a leader, you need to be a leader all the time. And as a leader, I don't give a fuck how you feel about what I do. Like let's say somebody's kid's doing something, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a man, I feel like I should go say, hey, even if you don't like what I gotta say, I feel like I should still, if I'm a leader community, I feel like I should say, hey, look, your kid is doing this. Oh, that's not your kid. Okay. You can feel like that, but I rather correct some behavior or
Mm-hmm.
let you know that this behavior is bad and it might lead your kid down a path you don't want your kid to go to, then be like, nope, that ain't my kid.
Yeah. True.
Like what type of leadership role is that? You see what I'm saying? So as I don't know what you look for in a man, but from what I see, what most women say, hey, I'm looking for leadership and shit like that. That's being a leader all the time. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to saying stuff like, say if a woman says something, right, that I don't agree with, a lot of men will let it go because they don't think if they say something, they don't think she's gonna fuck them. It's like, well, okay, bro, now you just a bitch ass nigga because you didn't you fucking let your values go aside and let your morals go aside just to get some pussy. It's like, nah, bro, say something. Like if you feel like that's out of line and you feel like that's wrong or you feel like you didn't like that, say something. It's don't
Mm-hmm.
gotta be an argument. It's ways to say stuff. Be like, look, I understand you feel like that way, but this is how I feel. And if you don't like it, like you ain't gotta say if you don't like it. Just be stern with that shit. Hey, this is how I feel, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Have some
And
respect about yourself. Some
and
boundaries.
and I feel like a lot of men have lost that just because they so interested in fucking. Like, where are your boundaries at, bro? Like, like where's your self worth as a man?
Yeah. I agree.
So that's why I feel like it's men's fault.